Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over the best run plays to run against certain defensive alignments and sets in Madden 23. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below on anything you guys might want on the channel. Still, it is Madden 23 season. Still, we're almost gearing up for Madden 24. But if you guys still need help on Madden 23, comment anything down below, or just comment FTA, because it's for the algorithm and it helps push these videos out to more and more people. Today's video, we got recommended by Randy Seidler 1907. FTA, can you go over what types of run plays are most effective versus specific defensive looks? Of course I can, because this kind of information is going to transfer over to Madden 24 as well. So why not make a video on it now? And I might remake this video next year as well. But we're gonna go over pretty much the main course here. And the main course for me is whenever I am looking to run the ball heavy or chew clock or whatever the case is, I make sure I hop into an under center formation, whether it be I form, single back, doesn't matter. And I make sure I have two kinds of plays. I have a power play and I have a stretch play. Reasoning for that: power plays, add an extra blocker whenever you guys are running the ball. And then you have stretch plays who add an extra blocker whenever you guys are running the ball, but he's running towards the sideline with you. So I make sure that these are both in my audibles. No matter what playbook I'm in, if it doesn't have one of these two kind of plays in it, I will not be running that as my main running formation. So on the defensive side of the ball, you're going to look at one main thing when it comes to these kinds of plays. Let me get rid of the screenshot there. And we're just going to call a random play, and then we're going to talk about exactly what I look at to run the ball. So boom. And we're just going to come out in the halfback stretch. So first things first, you want to look at your line here. And you kind of want to look at your line like this. Boom. And then boom. You know what? Let me make that line a little bit closer, right? And you kind of want to gauge how many. It's a numbers game. That's what football is. Football is going to be a numbers game, and wherever you have the better numbers game is where you're going to win. So whenever I see a 4-down lineman set, I feel like I can always run a stretch. Now, depending on where the rest of the team is, you see how these guys all fall kind of into this line here, except for this guy here. That means I feel like I'm going to have a lot more space to run towards that outside. Why? Because we have an extra blocker for that guy, an extra blocker that can pull for that guy, a blocker here, and obviously we have a little bit of extra help with the fullback there. So I kind of want you to like imagine a line where your lineman and your tight end fall, and see where these guys all fall into. If you have more guys that are on the outside than are on the inside, you're going to want to run the ball in the interior. So a halfback dive, a 0-1 trap, a power O play. I like the power O play simply because it just adds an extra lineman. For those who don't know, a power play is pretty much where a guard is pulling on the play. So an 0-1 trap would be considered a power play or anything like that. But for this, we're going to run a stretch because we should have the numbers game to our advantage. And obviously Eric Dickerson is lit up. We break a tackle, but no matter what, we gained yards on that. So let me showcase the replay on that, because again, we have the numbers game we have the numbers game that's working for us. This guy's going to end up chasing us from behind, but everybody else, as long as they just touch the guy in front of them, pause, super pause, we're going to end up getting positive. We're going to gain positive yards. Okay? And that's the whole gist of running the ball. You can't go broke while making a profit. Now, in this situation here, let's showcase this. We have, let's do the same thing. Draw an imaginary line right here going down. And right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy's kind of smack dab, kind of in the middle here. But on the outside, we have 1, 2, 3. So what can we do? We can run it to the opposite side. This would be a situation where you would run it to the weak side of your offense. Why? Because all these guys have to chase you from behind. And again, this is a 4-down lineman set, so I'm going to look towards a stretch more often than not. But in this situation, you might not be able to, you might be able to get away with running a weak side power O play. Okay, but for this, we're just gonna move the stretch and run it towards the left side, and we're just gonna pretty much pray that this guy ends up going out there fast enough to block our lineman that is out there on the block. So again, boom. Again, we have the numbers game. And as you can see, we're just taking that stretch out and we're gaining 10 yards there. 10, 12 yards, whatever the case is. Why? Because we're playing the numbers game. Okay? They had so many people that are on that backside end that we're just naturally going to run it towards that side. And like I said, a nice gain of 10, 12 yards. Beautiful. And you want that every single time. Again, same situation here. Same exact stuttering my words there. We got boom, and then we got the line here. So now we have how many people on that outside? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 people on that side. How many people? How many people can we possibly block before we get a run here? You know what I mean? That's kind of how you have to gauge it and look at it. Since this guy is on the outside here, I wouldn't be against you audibling and calling a power O play. Of course, if you do call a power O or any kind of inside run, make sure you guys check to make sure and see that they don't have like some kind of inside stuff, and you block whoever does. Because it's a power O play, I'm gonna shift my D line, my pass protection. I'm gonna slide it left. It's just a mental thing. It doesn't actually do anything. And then I'm going to run the ball. And again, I know that Eric Dickerson is lit up, but if we showcase that replay, an absolute hole opened up, right? Look how many people are there blocking. This guy just completely, he just didn't understand his assignment. Number 82, be better, my boy. Be better, brother, because this could have been a beautiful play. And you absolutely ruined it. I mean, we still got yards, and everybody nowadays can rock their, a good lineman, but that's just the natural order of things. Now let me get rid of this line here. Actually, no, I need it back. Why? Because we're showcasing where these guys are at. So again, these guys are all on the interior, which means that we're gonna have numbers going towards the outside. Now, again, this is never going to be perfect. It's Madden, and blocking logic is absolutely terrible. It's never going to be perfect. But if we're taking it outside, we're always going to gain yardage by calling the proper play. Now, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for one of these plays so that I could actually showcase the power O play. So again, we're going to take our line. We're going to draw it down. I mean, I drew it a little bit further out, but here we have 1, 2, and you can count these guys not being in the box because they're kind of outside the box. And then you have 1, 2, 1, 2, and these guys are kind of drifting back, right? But we want yardage. We want yardage regardless. So in this situation, we're gonna power O it. Why? Because we have so much space in the middle of the field, and we're gonna flip it. Why? Again, they have so many more numbers on this side. Why are we gonna risk not having an extra pulling blocker? These guys aren't gonna get in there fast enough to actually chase Eric Dickerson down. So weak side run, and again, a nice gain of about 8 yards. You will frustrate every single person. Same situation here. Same situation. You will frustrate every single person by calling the proper run play depending on what you see on the field. Another one, this guy's sort of towards the outside here, so we can run that to the left side. This guy is as well. This guy is as well. This guy is, and this guy, and this guy. There's too many numbers that are on that side, so I honestly would suggest another power play. So we're gonna audible into a power play. Let's get rid of our squigglies here, and we're gonna hope for the best here. We're gonna follow our blocks. Again, a nice, beautiful gain, 5, 6, 7 yards. Didn't see how many, but this is going to lead you to winning more games. And this is honestly why I think running the ball And I completely took a horrible cut here, hoping that this guy was, a little bit slow here. I took a horrible cut when I probably should have cut this inside, and I probably would have gained more yards. Instead, I end up getting a gain of about 6 yards. But still, this is going to be frustrating for your opponent. It doesn't matter who it is. They're going to sit there and be angry with life about not being able to stop you when it comes to these kind of situations. And let's just run one more for the road. The way these guys' alignment is, and I know that I'm kind of towards the inside. This left side looks like it's for the taking here, right? That's what it looks like to me. Or no, this left side looks like it's for the taking on the interior. So we're gonna go ahead and call a power O play. Why? Because those guys are lined up a little too far towards the outside, which means that the inside is gonna be easy pickings. Beautiful. Beautiful way to end the video. And I'm going to showcase the replay on that because, like I said, it's always a numbers game. Imagine that imaginary line going up the field on your initial blockers. And like I said, we have the numbers game for us, which allows us to completely torch most people that do not know how to play defense. Football is always going to be a numbers game, and the more numbers you have, there's strength in numbers. That goes for every single sport, every single war. Doesn't matter. We're going to war in these Madden streets, and that's exactly what we're going to bring to the table. Hopefully this video helps you guys out, especially going into the Madden 24 season. My name is Pony Montana. I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them all. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.